But guess what happens? His Royal Highness Donald Trump decides to attack them, to detain them, to deport them, to revoke their degrees just because they're trying to do what they have been told all their lives as per the American values, to save the lives of little children. How is this acceptable in a democracy like United States? This is communism. This is fascism. This has to be stopped. These are American kids, and these are one of the smartest American kids. 70% of the children who are fighting for the rights of Palestinians in Columbia University are born in US, raised in US, groomed in US, are American kids. And they are under attack not by a foreign country, but by the president of the same country where they are raised and groomed to become citizens. They have not used violence. They have not picked up weapons. But violence has been orchestrated against these American kids. Their skulls have been fractured. Their ribs have been broken. I saw pictures, videos of university professors ending up in hospitals because they were attacked by the United States law enforcement agencies just because they were telling the government to stop killing children in Gaza. This is a gray state. United States has communism. This is not a free country. If the state stands up against its own kids, against its own children, then that becomes the end of the empire. These kids are the future of United States. These are the brightest kids of the US, coming from all corners, landing into Ivy League with their hard work, with their dedication, with their determination. And the one thing that they will not allow is any more butchering of babies in their names in Gaza. And Trump is indicting them just because they want Trump to stop arming, funding, bombing Gaza and its children. The crackdown against the children is symbolic of the treason committed by Donald Trump at the highest level. During the Biden administration, they found foreign Israeli militia attack American kids, hurt them, bleed them, hemorrhage them. In what country do you see that happen? Even in China, you will not see a foreign country's militia attack Chinese kids because they are protesting against the government policies. But it happened during the Biden administration that unleashed a foreign Israeli militia against the American kids on the university campuses. And now Trump is following in the footsteps of Biden, actually worse, revoking their degrees and detaining them and bullying them, harassing them, intimidating them, putting them through not just physical trauma, but lifelong scars of psychological trauma. And this is not being done by a foreign president. This is done by the President of the United States, who was supposed to protect and stand up for these children because they are citizens of this country. So when your own president becomes a threat to your own children's safety, are you going to just stand up and watch him get away with this? This is not about you anymore. This is about your children. The children in the universities are under grave threat. American kids are attacked by the state in an act of fascism, in an act of communism, worse than we see in China even. We have Tiananmen Square happening right now in the United States of America on the campuses of American universities, and nobody is doing anything about it. The president thinks he can get away with anything as long as he's got the executive power to write his so-called draconian executive orders. The judiciary is helpless. They have tried to block his orders, but it has been futile. We do not have democracy anymore in the United States. We have communism, fascism, and this is a rogue, grey state that is now fighting against its own people, its own children. 70% of Columbia and most of the Ivy League universities where the encampment pro-Palestinians are happening are American kids born and raised in the United States of America. And they have the right to speak freely if they do not want any more butchering of babies in Gaza. But they have been indicted, they have been detained, they have been attacked by nobody else, not a foreign president, not a foreign force, but by the President of the United States of America. Like I said, in the last 60 days, Latinos are under attack, Muslims are under attack, blacks are under attack, and now American kids are under attack. This is not a time to just sit back and watch, because the future of the United States is going to be decided not by Donald Trump, but by all of you. If you just sit back and watch him get away with this draconian crackdown against your own children, you're not going to have an empire or a state anymore. He wants to convert this into his kingdom and a monarchy, where his draconian executive orders are above the law, where he can change laws, amend them to his own liking, to cover his dirty laundry on Epstein Island, where he was found engaged in pedophilia with an underage American girl. He is fake. He is an imposter. He is not trustworthy. And your children's lives are in grave danger. If they will not let Columbia breathe, imagine what they're going to do to ASU or UFA. They're going to stifle you. They're going to asphyxiate you. They're going to enslave you. They're going to convert you into sheep and goats that they can herd in any direction they want. And if you don't want to do it for yourself, do it for the sake of your children. You love your children the most, right? So stand up and confront your government and tell them to stop. Arizona has the power to do that, because Arizona was a swing state that made Donald Trump win. He could not have won if Arizona had not voted for him. So Arizona has the right and the duty and the responsibility to gear this decision that was made on 4th November in the right direction, in the direction that Arizonians wanted it to be. In the direction of freedom, in the direction of civil liberties, in the direction of independence from the dark, dirty, elite group that is trying to control the lives of 350 million Americans. You are the power of this country, not the military or the US Congress, or the White House. You, the American people, are the power of this country. And under one God, we all stand together, united. We refuse to divide on the basis of religion, on the basis of color. We must unite to save our children from draconian crackdown by our own state. Can we do that? Or is it too much to ask for? Bye-bye.